An urgent warning for Americans visiting Colombia after a string of deaths in tourist hotspots. The U.S. Embassy in Bogota urging travelers not to use dating apps in the country, writing in a security alert that criminals are using the sites to lure victims, with many U.S. citizens drugged, robbed, and even killed by their Colombian dates. Embassy officials confirming the deaths of at least 8 Americans traveling in Medellin, possibly linked to the apps.
I'm out of words to describe. I don't even know how I feel right now.
A situation all too familiar for the family of 50-year-old Tu Zhang, an artist and activist from Minnesota who we first reported on last month. He had been traveling in Colombia in December when he called his brother out of the blue asking for money.
This time he was like, hey, do you have a couple of thousand? I was like, yeah, no problem. When do you want it? He said, I want it now. I'm in this bit of a situation here. I go, yeah, I can do that.
Zhang's family telling our Minneapolis affiliate soon after he stopped responding to their messages, he was found dead. A local prosecutor saying Zhang was kidnapped during a date and killed when he could not make the ransom payment, and that his body was found covered in stab wounds.
I was confused. To be honest with you, I don't know why, what the motive is.
Zhang had visited Colombia in the past, posting photos and videos to social media as recently as October with an unidentified woman.
I'm with my girl.
The embassy's alert indicated officials do not believe all 8 of the deaths are linked and said they've seen an increase in reports of incidents involving the use of online dating applications to lure victims, typically foreigners, for robbery by force or using sedatives to drug and rob individuals. Often the reports coming from major Colombian cities like Medellin, Cartagena, and Bogota. Murders of foreign visitors went up by 29% in the latter part of 2023 compared to the previous year, according to the embassy, and most of the victims were U.S. citizens. It's a popular destination for Americans who are big contributors to Colombia's tourism industry, making up nearly 30% of foreign travelers in the first half of last year. But behind that beauty, tragedy, and unanswered questions for families like Zhang's, a case where no arrests have been announced, according to that local prosecutor. Loved ones are left to mourn from thousands of miles away.
And he'll draw everybody in. That's the type of people he is.
Okay. With that, Stephen Romo joins us. Stephen, so what kind of advice is the U.S. Embassy giving travelers? Because a lot of people travel to Colombia.
Yeah, a lot of people do, that's for sure. The advice actually applies to pretty much anywhere that you're dating when you find people online. A lot of it is if you meet a stranger, go to a public place. We hear that time and time again. Also, tell friends and family your plans, where you're going, details about the person, and even what app you used. This one, though, is more crime-oriented. They say don't resist physically if you are being robbed. They say people who do that, they are more likely to be killed. And also, importantly, in pretty much all situations, trust your instincts. If something feels off, just get away. But with all of these advisories and warnings out there, it might be a good idea just to put that phone down, stop swiping while you're visiting Colombia for a little while.
Good advice, Stephen Romo. All right, man, we thank you for that.
First of all, I repeat that young man, you know what I mean? That shit is sad. Nobody has to lose their life or some dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? That shit crazy. And number 2, bro, you gotta know someone comes before love, bro. You can't think about love when the other person is hungry. So these people are in a country where like they're not doing good financially and stable. They're like from the trenches. They're like in the, you know what I mean, the lower divisions. Like they're trying to survive. You know what I mean? So they will do anything. You have to know person who is suffering, and like poverty will do anything, even if it means to off you, they will do anything, bro. And you have to know that down there is crazy. You know what I mean? So this should be like a warning. They don't play. Colombia or Mexico, ooh, boy, you won't catch me. Hell to the fucking no, bro. And another thing you gotta know is like before you go down there, you know what I mean? The reason which caused all of this is because, bro, I can tell you, like the inflation is crazy in terms of like love wise. You know what I mean? Getting a shorty to who like can get to you, bro. You have to be rich. You have to be like a bad boy. You have to be like it's a love. And some men, you know what I mean? Nobody. not everyone wants to be like a billionaire. Not everybody wants to be like making 6 figures and all. You know what I mean? And some men just want to live life. You know what I mean? And it's normal and it's cool. Not everybody's on that type of time. But with this internet shit and the whole life just changed, bro. And it's really hard for men. Really hard even to just get short. But like it's like you gotta be like, it's like imagine the league, the NBA saying you have to be Jordan to get to the league. How many Jordans are going to be there? It's hard. It's impossible. So this is what caused all this drama for men to like try to find love, because we are social animals. We aren't built to like be alone. You know what I mean? So this is what all causes these workers. And yeah, it's sad, but you have to know. You have to adapt, bro. You have to adapt. It's life. You have to adapt. So man, you gotta adapt. Change your style, get your money up, and you're go check RP to Kevin Samuels. You can check, make sure you up all of your areas. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the strongest or the richest, but you have to adapt to fit. You know what I mean? So hey, it's crazy. So make sure you dominate your area. If you can't dominate place you live in, there's no way you're gonna go outside and be the man, or they're gonna love you. They're just gonna use you. They see me as a leg, and you have to know, if a shorty doesn't love you from not knowing anything about you, like nothing from the jump, hey man, just know, hey, it's crazy. And you have to know, in terms of these apps and dating apps, it's like you're displaying yourself. It's like you have to impress, and you have to impress. Then that's not natural love. You know what I mean? Like, because there's lies to it. There's like you're showing off something. That's not real love. You're loving the person I'm portraying. You know what I mean? So it's a great world we live in. And me personally, I would say, make sure you dominate your area. Make sure you get your money up, get to the gym, get your teeth fixed. You know what I mean? Get your hair done. If you have to do a transplant, go do it, man. Good thing we live in an age where you can get it. Now nobody can judge. Make sure, hey, you gotta adapt. You know what I mean? Look good. Make sure you look the best. Not to celebrate the best version of yourself as a man. When women too, you know what I mean? It's a crazy world we live in. When women just take some else, you know what I mean? So make sure you be the best version of yourself. And hey, man, point main of this video: do not, if you try to look for love, the worst place you can look for is like the trenches, like those places who are not doing good. You're just gonna get up, you're just gonna end up getting used, bro. Don't like, trust me, just make sure you adapt where you are. It changed, the environment changed. Make sure you adapt, change your lifestyle, change your everything, and make sure you adapt. That's the whole point of the video and what you can get from this. Let me see, make sure all these things this guy said, call your family, blah blah blah. It's too late. They ain't gonna help you even if they know where you are, where we're going. It's too late. This shit happens even in America, in the hoods. If you look at it, you hear someone, they're making funny videos on Twitter. They're saying, you're going to a date with a girl, and then she ends up setting you up. Like, you come with a car going, and then it turns out a setup, because the people who are living there, like, they want to survive. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not that some of them are bad people. It's just like they are forced to it. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. You know what I mean? I'm not having sympathy. We just fucked up what you're doing, but hey, you gotta look out for yourself too. Bad choice. Don't do that. Like I said, man, dominate your area, then you can go explore. And when you're exploring, bro, try to find someone who like fucks with you. You know what I mean? Like, they're really down for you. They want to be with you. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you've had choice who like just have black guys. You know what I mean? They're into it. You know what I mean? They love you genuinely. You know what I mean? They love you for you. You know what I mean? That's what you want. You know what I mean? Because emotions are stronger. You know what I mean? So it's really hard for them to off you. The dating apps, crazy. Even the dating apps, in order to like, if you look at it, the history, if you have to watch Tinder Swindler, the guy had to like portray an image, and he was getting matches after matches and matches. Like, it's crazy. I mean, so hey man, stay safe, Hardy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And by improving yourself, you'll find out that hey, even if you lose someone you care about and shit, you can go past that because you're top of the game. Even someone try and play with you and stuff. You know what I mean? You're easy to adapt it. So make sure you're always best version of yourself. And yeah, that's what I'll just tell. You know what I mean? So that's yeah. Make sure I subscribe, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, another thing, man. If you're going to a shore, if you have to meet a shore, never go away much. That's it's a rule of dating. Never go to a shore. Don't ever go to the country. Never, never. That's the worst idea you could ever do, bro. Because anything can happen to you. There can be someone who's still in love with them, and they can off you out of jealousy. They can kill you out of jealousy. You know what I mean? Never. Always play home. Invite her to a hotel. Invite her to your not to your place. Your place is cool too, but hey, you gotta be careful. Hotels like more safety because there's security, there's check-ins and all stuff. So make sure you know your place because they can rob you, especially if you're meeting them for the first time. And yeah, like I said, man, it's getting long in this whole like there's a lot of men out there, but I said as soon as you start improving some stuff, you'll start seeing. I always say this: if you can get the top, even if it's for women, if it's men, if you can get the top people in terms of dating life, then you can get the low ones too. You don't have to like fish for otherwhere. So you like in top of the game, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So make sure you strive for that, and then dating life is gonna be smooth, and then you're gonna end up. Like I said, man, never play away matches. If you're a lady, I feel like you gotta do your research, take your time, be patient. You gotta know them really, really, really good. And yeah, like when you're meeting them, make sure all the contacts, take a picture of their ID, blah blah blah. Like do your research. No way you can find them in case something can happen to you. No way you can find them and let them know, hey, someone waiting for me. I'm texting, just lie, hey, my friend knows I'm here, blah blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure you know them because as a lady too, you know what I mean? You are at risk because not because men are bad. They're always gonna be bad people. But in terms like this, these are women who off this guy or set them up. But in terms of like, what was I saying? In terms of like you're a valuable person. You know what I mean? Your body can do certain things so that brings emotions to this planet. Like you're such a valuable person. Like you saw like when God created the planet. Like, hey man, Shar is missing and he created Eve. That means there's no home without a woman. You know what I mean? They bring a special place in the world. So make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you got the ID where they live, where they work. Like they're gonna get caught if anything happens. Make sure they're not crazy. Make sure you ask around who's this guy, it's a lady, you know what I mean? And then you're good to go. You know what I mean? Then you don't have to worry about kidnapping, getting killed, or they're aggressive, or do your research. And that was it, man. And make sure you also tell your daughters the future for our future fathers. So yeah, and we out. Make sure you subscribe, man.